Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and it's the day after the storm. It's also my wife's birthday, so happy birthday, Leanne. Um, Storm wasn't nearly as bad, at least by me, uh, that it was predicted. So there was some, tornadic activities. I think F-zeros were popped up in a few places. But the only thing that really happened to this is one sheet of paper came off the front door. Everything else stayed intact, both inside and outside. So when I go to put on paint coats and stuff like that, I won't have to redo all the taping and papering. So that's good. It is, however, cold again. Uh, my thermometer out here by my bonsai benches said it was 27 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. So quite a bit change from the 80s to the 20s. That was what we call here fall spring. So we're not done with this yet. But I will have to wait till it warms up a little bit before I paint. Paint normally doesn't go on real well in freezing temperatures, and of course I brought my paint inside the garage to keep it from freezing. You shouldn't let paint freeze either. Yeah, hopefully I can get at least one coat up by where all the panels are going of regular paint, and I can always put on second coats everywhere else once the panels are up. But I think that's a priority, is paint the areas where polycarbonate panels are going to go, and the roof panels. And if I don't get to the rest of this before the weekend, then I will I'll at least have that done, and we can get this thing completely paneled up and be done with the exterior, and the rest is all cosmetic, and then installing benches and getting electricity out to here, and figuring out what I'm going to do with irrigation and watering systems and stuff like that. I've got quite a few things that I've picked up in the last couple months with my burgeoning online shopping addiction. So we'll see as that goes in the next couple days and into weeks. Speaking of shopping addiction, I was at the Asian market picking up some cool mushrooms and soy products, lots of different types of tofu. They were selling these, which I believe is a type of Chinese cherry. They did not tell me what type it was, it just had the price, and I bought the one with the most interesting trunk. And unfortunately, right there you see that's the splice where it was grafted, and I'm hoping to get that to kind of grow out a little bit so it's not as obvious. That was the best looking of the splices too. Well, I shouldn't say it was the best one. It was the one that had the combination of some trunk movement with not so obvious of a splice. There was one that had very nice splice, but it was stick straight. So we will see what we can make with this. It's got a nice Y branch right there, primary branch going up. So right now it seems to be in just kind of like a really probably a peat soil, and so I might repot this into something. I want it to grow big, so I might probably overpot it, but get some bonsai soil in there. But maybe we'll do that soon before we get to anything else. Okay, it's Saturday now, the 21st of March, and I have my first polycarbonate panel up. And I am working on the rest, and Dan's supposed to come by a little later and help me put the roof on. So I'll show you that as we go. I don't know how well this is going to go with my Brian Vision camera. I did see that it did not work real well for putting the panels up because they were overhead. And this works much better for showing me stuff that is below me than above me. So I held this up against the opening that I'm going to cut and marked it where I want it cut. I'm going to use my square for this. Okay, here we go. Put that there. And this stuff is really easy to cut. Basically, with just a utility blade. Sometimes it takes more than one pass, but essentially, yeah. There we go. That's how you cut it. And that was kind of like across the grain. This is with the grain, or at least with the panel's natural ribbing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like there's a little airspace in between here. And that hopefully will add the insulation value. This is fairly thin panels. They do come much thicker, but these are the ones I got for really cheap. These are the ones I won at auction. And yeah, I think all 14 sheets cost me like 20 bucks. So that's a steal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put that up. We're going to put silicone around the perimeter and then screw it in, which of course doesn't work real well for this camera. Hold on. Okay, we're going to give this a try. I'm going to tilt the camera up a little bit more. I can't see the screen right now, but I am hoping that you can see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put a bead of silicone, clear silicone caulk around the perimeter of this opening. And I cut it much larger than this opening. It'll overlap quite a bit, but this bead will squish out. And I'm hoping it'll make a watertight seal. Oops, I forgot something. You may notice there is tape on the perimeter of this panel, and I did not put tape on this panel. That's to seal these chambers so that moisture doesn't get in, condensation doesn't happen. So we will see if I can get that done. These panels had two different types of tape. This tape here is for the end grain or open areas of these panels, and this is for the edge, to seal the edge. So all I do, get about approximate size, cut that, peel, and I just got to put that on the edge right there, so those little oval shapes go right on the edge. They allow moisture to get in, but still some, not moisture to get in, I'm sorry. Air to get in, but moisture not to get in. So I'm going to do that on both ends and use this tape here on the edges. Okay, we've got the edges sealed now. I'm going to go up the ladder and tip. Okay, so we're just going to put that there and just kind of stick it to the wall. Right now it's going to be held in place by the silicone, but then we're going to take a couple of these. Of course, you always drop one. And we'll just kind of good. Turn off down the torque on it. One more ought to do it. Right there. Hopefully that will make a nice watertight seal. It's a little oversized, but I figured that was better play it safe. Okay, so we now have the front wall all done. Okay, we have the first sidewall done. Get a little closer there. That took 2 panels, 2x4 panels that I have. I was able to use the top half of that one to fill the bottom half. So we used 1 panel on the front, 2 panels on this side. The other side's a mirror image, so it'll be another 2 panels on that side. I had 14 panels, so I got a lot left over, so I might be able to make other stuff with that, or maybe even just create inner panes for some of the single pane things I've got. So we'll see. Okay, it's Sunday, March 22nd, and ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happened. I have a roof on my greenhouse. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. And okay, by the way, the wisteria blossoms were not killed by the cold. They're going to be full blooming pretty soon. I got a lot of them all over the place, so it's gonna look really nice when they're all in bloom. Okay, so we have a roof. I forgot to take a sticker off. Dan and Mike finally got over here. We're going to step inside, and here we have it. We got a roof on it. Finally, we are weather tight. I can already install the fan with a light. I got the vet fan working. And yes, right now my electrical system looks a little bit like spaghetti, but we're working on it. I have a thermostat regulator, so it'll control heating and cooling. I am also wiring in some waterproof electrical outlets. So got 15 amp cord on a 20 amp circuit running out here, so hopefully that's enough to run everything. Interesting, like the camera, the fan looks like it's going a lot slower through the camera than it actually is. It must have something to do with the frame rate. But yeah, the Mega Lift is doing its mega lifting. I'm going to put screening here, because one of the things I noticed is that this is very attractive to the wasps. The wasps want to come in and make homes in here. So I may have to screen this whole area in. It'll be a little tricky to screen around the lift though. But yeah, now I gotta make it. Now that I've got it contained, I gotta make it usable. So eventually, once I get electric and irrigation figured out, we'll get benches in. Okay. All right, this is a big day for me. I finally got the roof, and now we're going to really start working on getting this set up. Now, of course, now it's like been in the 80s, but earlier in the week it was down into the 20s. So right now it's still hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and maybe that way for a while. Last frost date around here is April 15th. So we still got maybe 3 more weeks where the potential might be frost. So until I get the heating and cooling situation set up, I'm not going to put my my tender plants in here yet. I do have to set up my Baldertherm thermostat in here to figure out, make sure I'm tracking the temperatures both day and night. Yeah, I might get some actual bonsai work done after this, but we'll see. Okay, you guys all stay cool, and happy bonsai.